Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to data science with Python. So basically in today's class we are talking about another really interesting Python tool that we are going to work with to be able to understand a little bit more how we work with data science. So this tool is another visualization tool that is built on Matplotlib. So basically when we are going to work with this tool, we'll have to import Matplotlib to be able to work with it perfectly. So basically the name of this tool is Seaborn. So Seaborn is basically a better version of Matplotlib, if we can say it this way, simply because it's built on it. So let's look what it looks like. So basically Seaborn is, as I said, a data visualization tool, and it's based on Matplotlib. So basically what it does, it's pretty much the same thing. It will visualize data, but in a better way. So basically it's used to create more attractive and informative statistical graphs. So your graphs will be a little bit different. So you have more types of graphs with Seaborn than with Matplotlib, and it allows many other great things. So while Seaborn is a different package, it can still be used to develop attractiveness of Matplotlib graphs. So as I said, it will create more attractive graphs. So why Seaborn is used? Basically, it's used to create statistical graphs. So the same thing as Matplotlib. Basically, you will create graphs with databases that you guys will use. It could be small databases, it could be huge databases. This is exactly what we'll do. We'll import databases, different databases from the internet, and we will work with those databases. Second thing, it's used to create more attractive graphs. So basically you have plenty of types of graphs that you guys can use. So for example, right here, you have a violin plot, which is one type of graph that you guys can have with the Seaborn, which is pretty cool. And finally, it can be used to make Matplotlib graphs more attractive, which is pretty much the same thing as the best point. Basically, what does this all mean? It means that it takes all the Matplotlib features and it makes them a little bit better. Not better, but more attractive. So basically, you have more options of graphs. You have pretty much a lot of really interesting things. Not only this, but if we talk about some of the functionalities of Seaborn, it will allow comparison between multiple variables. It can support multi-plot grids. It's available. It has plenty of colors that are available. So basically, you can use it as you want. You can add colors. You can add pretty much a lot of things, and can estimate and create graphs of linear regression automatically. So basically, it's pretty cool. Some other things that Seaborn can offer, or basically the Seaborn functions can offer, is visually understanding different distributions of data set. This is what you can do with this tool. You can visually understand mathematical and statistical relationships. So basically, if you have relationships inside of your database between a certain variable, so between variable x, y, and z, for example, with Seaborn, you can visually represent it with a graph. So basically, it could be represented inside of a graph so you guys understand it better. And it can generate graphs and plot. Well, it can do graphs generation and plotting with categorical data, which is pretty cool as well. All right, so Seaborn versus Matplotlib. So what is the difference between Seaborn and Matplotlib? So basically, as I said, Matplotlib is used for basic plotting. Usually the visualization that uses Matplotlib are generally consisted of bars, scatter plots, histograms, and some others. So basically there are plenty of really basic plots that are used inside of Matplotlib. But inside of Seaborn, it's more advanced plots. So basically, as you can see here, those are some plots of Seaborn. So for example, you have the violin plot, you have the elam plots. Basically, you have plenty of plots inside of Seaborn, as well as all the Matplotlib plots. Basically, you will work with Matplotlib, and Seaborn is like a better version of Matplotlib, if we can say it this way. So basically, Seaborn is just a higher level API version of Matplotlib with some different parameters. Also, Seaborn comes with numerous customized themes and high-level interface. Also, Seaborn functions work well for data frames, so which Matplotlib is not the best at it. So is Seaborn better than Matplotlib? Not really. Well, Seaborn is built on Matplotlib, and Seaborn is, we can say, if we can say it, a part of Matplotlib. So is it better? Not really. It's just part of it. So basically, it's like a higher version of Matplotlib. So you can work with both of them. So both tools are really awesome, but Seaborn is like a higher version, if we can see it this way, but it has all the Matplotlib tools inside of it. So basically you will import Matplotlib as well as Seaborn. So you'll see when we are going to work with Seaborn in the next few classes, we're going to import Matplotlib, we're going to import NumPy, SkyPy, and Pandas, basically to be able to work with everything together. So like always, we are going to work with PyCharm in the next few classes, and we are going to learn how to create plenty of plots by importing data directly from the web. So I hope you guys are ready. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.